It's that time again, motherfuckers. September 5th, 2020. This is the Angry Jackalope Show, and I am your host, Robert R. Ricks, a.k.a. the Angry Jackalope. And we have Garen. What's up, Garen? We have Paul. Good evening to you, my good sir. The Yakety Yak Jackalope. Hope you and the lovely Vixen are doing well. And we got the Paula, Lucky Lope. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right, guys. So, Brian. What's up, my Brian? So, it's been an interesting week for me. My first application, streamtalking.com, is coming in on the home stretch. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be an extremely useful tool for me on like the real-time story time, and even on this show. I think it'll be good on the Angry Jackalope Show to do questions like, who do we think the next president of the United States of America will be? What's the next apocalyptic event to happen? I mean, we do like a Deadpool and shit. I sound like a ring announcer. Let's get ready to rumble! Yes! Yeah, it'd be nice to make $50,000 just to say some bullshit. I'd sign up for that shit all day, every day. Yes, I would. Cheers. Sorry, a little thirsty. So, coming in a home stretch. And a lot of reverb on my and Paula's end. Well, you know, this thing is pretty sensitive. So I think if I'm going to go loud, I'll just have to scoot it over this way a little bit. Let's get ready to rumble! We'll have some fun. So, tonight, I plan on doing kind of a mixed bag of stuff. So, some of it, I gotta have some gear review. I'm gonna talk about a couple other things. Gonna talk about a new energy drink company I just came across not too long ago that me and the family are digging very, very much. Yes, Garen, it is, but I'm kind of doing a cardinal sin. It's kind of like this is not their stuff. So this is Sneak, and I'm a huge fan of Sneak, but I needed a container for this other energy drink. So, whoopsie. I actually have a container for the company I was going to talk about tonight, which is MAW, M-A-W, which I don't know what the M-A-W stands for. It might be on their website. Shows how shitty I am. Like, I haven't gone on their fucking website to really research them. Be a beast. But I did order one of each of their flavors just so me, my son, my daughter could try them out to see what we thought about them. And the results were astounding. This was the first one I had tried, Rip Harambe. And this one really surprised me. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Like, it was like good. And I'm happy to say these other ones are good, if not better. This one specifically really, really shocked me. This one turned out to be my favorite. The green one, called The Green Growl. And I liked, it's a bear, kind of a bear logo. Their packaging, I think, is decent. It's not the best packaging on the planet, but I'm not really buying this stuff because of the packaging. I'm buying the shit because it's here in the States, and which means I get it super quick because it's here in Utah. I was like, fuck me, it's right down the fucking street from me in Pleasant Grove. That's fucking awesome. But it works. That's the most important shit. It works. My son likes this one. My son likes the Jungle Berry the best. That's his shit. He dug that one, and it's not as tart. So I think he likes that. You know what I'm saying? I think he likes that. What's up, Rob Hype? Yay! And Blue Buzz was pretty good too. I liked the naming conventions that they did on these two. Like, they did the doubles, the double G, the double B, for example. They even did a triple B on this one because they did Blue Buzz and the logo is a fucking bee. Actually, it looks more like a fucking hornet. I look at it. It looks like a fucking hornet. Hornets are the asshole of the bee kingdom anyway. But it looks like a bee, right? So I give them props. That's like a triple B. Blue Buzz, awesome. Jungle Berry with the lion's pretty good, but the Green Growl, what's up, Jay? Should try 4T5 Fit. Is it an energy drink or is it a supplement? Because I like the energy drinks, and the Rip Harambe was fucking great, you know. So you guys will probably see me drinking quite a bit of this shit, just because I've been running sandbagged for a while now. I've been fucking tired. And, just kind of racked by shit. And, Corona and all this other bullshit just wears motherfuckers down. Just makes motherfuckers sit in a proverbial hold pattern. You know what I mean? You're just sitting there like, oh, is this shit ever going to fucking end? And blah, blah, blah. So I was actually pretty happy. A good friend of mine showed up today, hang out. And he dropped off a birthday present, which was really fucking funny because he's one of those type of guys that will overwrap the present on the inside. Then he'll put it in a large box and fill the shit with popcorn. The packing popcorn. Yep. I figured that one out. Medicus. And then proceeded to wrap the box, and he put the normal tape where you would normally slide your finger under and open it up, and he just fucking put clear tape around all of that so you couldn't slide your finger. So if I didn't have a knife, I'd have been fucked, because there's no way short of just like grabbing the box and whole tear, smash it and everything else. Sometimes you'll tear into a package and whatnot, like a present, and be like disappointed, and you'll be like, oh, hey, thanks, yeah. A tie, thank you, I appreciate that. It's great. Last time I wore a tie was in 1982, but thanks you. I appreciate it. No. I found out he was a pro-level gift giver. So this was one of them. And for those of you who do not know the lovely, lovely, lovely Rip Ammo, this shit's from G2 Research. And this ammo is notorious in its function as well as how difficult it is to get hands on. And this is perfect because this goes in my Gibby, which is my Glock 27 subcompact, 40. And so I was like, I love you, man. It's so nice. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. So, that was awesome. That was fucking amazing. No. He wasn't done. No. He also had to rock and give me some shooter lube. Right? Shooter lube. Stage 1, Stage 2. And I need this because, we just went shooting a couple of weeks back and I didn't clean the gun yet. And even before that, when I was over in Kanab, we shot the 22 rifles and I never tore those down and cleaned those as well. So I've got my, Mosin I need to clean. I got my AR I need to clean. I got my little 22 rifles that we need to clean. And I have never used shooter lube before. Made in the USA, eco-friendly, you know, Murica bitches. And I believe, as we were talking about it, that these some bitches right here are actually also here in Utah. Which I'm like, come on now. And that makes me happy. So I will be trying these out. And thank you again, because that was just super fucking awesome. And I kind of needed a little pick-me-up. It's been rough. It's been rough. Because I came to the realization the other day that this content, the content that I push out to you guys on a regular basis, could be used against me in a malicious fashion. You know, with the advent of these deep fakes and these videos that people can make with very small amount of source material, I realize there is quite a few sound bites as well as commentary that I've made in the past that could all be sliced together to make some really scary shit. And so I just want to go on a record with you guys, just so we're all on the same fucking page here. Robbie Rob's all about love, peace, happiness, family. You know, it's kind of like I'm on the whole wavelength of New Mutants, and I'm kind of one of the outlying. Me and my family anyway, we're kind of like the outlying fans of the New Mutants. Like everybody that I've seen lately has just bashed the shit out of that movie. And it's sad to me because I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie, but a lot of people didn't like it. But in any event, there's an underlying theme in that movie where they took the story of the wolves that live inside of us, and inside of the New Mutants movie, they made it up the bears. You have two bears that live in you. When I've heard this time and time again, it's always been two wolves, but you have two wolves that live in you. One that's light, one that's dark, and they're both fighting, right? They want to win. And the inevitable question that most people ask is, well, which one wins? Is it the good wolf, filled with love, happiness, joy, all the positive things in our lives? Or is it the dark wolf, the wolf of malice, anger, envy, greed, just horrible nastiness, right? Which one of those wins? And the answer that the wise person always tells the young person who asks the question is, whichever one you feed. And I'd like to think, even with the jokes and things that I say, that people understand that I have dark humor. And I know a lot of people in law enforcement, military, and things of that nature will understand and get that humor. They'll be like, that's fucking hilarious. And a lot of times we use humor to deal with things, especially if they're tense and they're scary. We will use humor to defuse the situation. And people that are really living inside of a high stress environment tend to laugh at things that other folks might consider inappropriate. And at any point I ever said anything that, you know, somebody misconstrued as me being just a dick or whatever else, part of that is true. There's a dickness to it. But for the most part, I'm just trying to have fun, trying to make you guys laugh, trying to have a good time with things, right? But in this day and age that we find ourselves in, with people being canceled for shit they said 6, 7 fucking years ago, I paused and thought about that and said, Jesus fucking Christ. The shit I fucking say on a regular basis, not even shit from 5 fucking years ago, if in the wrong hands, my lord. So, on record, number 1, I have no desire nor will to hurt myself. So if I ever get suicided, y'all motherfuckers already know. It wasn't me. I did not kill myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love Robbie Rob. Yes, I love Robbie Rob. And besides, I wouldn't off myself because I have too many people depending on me. You feel me? Topic number 2. While I may despise and not like bankers, politicians, things of that nature, I have zero, okay, zero desire to inflict bodily harm on anybody. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Right? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt anybody. And I'm not trying to start any movements. I'm not trying to do anything nefarious. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to get old with my kids, write books, have a good fucking time. You feel me? Hang out, you motherfuckers, and do all that other stuff. Jay says, we'll blame the wife for it. And all that insurance money she will collect. Well, sad to say, unless wifey wife is very sophisticated and smart, there ain't no insurance on my big ass. So if she fucking kills me, joke's on her. Oh, Paul, you didn't have to do that, brother. I appreciate the shit out of that. Thank you very much. But, you know, I have zero plans to do anything against anybody. So, if anything ever does happen, and you see some weird manifesto, some other bullshit pop off, ain't me, guys. It's some fucking deep fake. They just using all that wonderful footage from the past to paint that fucking picture. Because it ain't me, man. The worst I would do is get drunk with a motherfucker and maybe get in a fight. That's about it. You know what I mean? And like I said, you don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Now, moving on. I did want to share a piece of kit that I actually ended up getting. So my wife, she's a nurse. And for a while now, she's been using a Leatherman Raptor, which is what this is right here. And she loved it. She was like using it like a champ. I mean, there are so many times in the ER where a good pair of shears have just dun 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 dun, just fucking saved the day. And so I was like, okay. So when she first needed one, I bought it for her. And these motherfuckers are not cheap. Not cheap. Can't remember what I paid for it, but not cheap. And if you don't know what a Raptor is, basically it's like kind of all folded together like this. You know, it's got like a little glass breaker on the ass end, and basically, it's like a fucking, you know, it's like a Pac-Man, you know. But regardless of the size of your hands, it fits good. Gloved, not gloved, no biggie. It's got rubberized little pieces for the, you know, all the spots where you're gripping down and everything. And they got other little things like seatbelt cutter. Boop, 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 boop. And there's a ring cutter right back there. And it's a good piece of kit. You know, it's just something that is really cool. So, a little while back, she thought she had lost it. She's like, oh man. No, they're not spring-loaded. They're manual. So, you have to apply whatever force you need to apply. So, there's no assist. You know, it's just, you go. You know, if you got good beefy arms like me, you could probably snip through some good shit, right? It's also got like a little measurement right there, which I fucking would never use. It's like, oh, hold on, let me measure this. And I'm sure there's probably a legitimate reason for having the measurement on there. But wifey thought she lost it. And I was like, and she was really kind of scared to tell me. She's like, babe, I think in one of the traumas, I lost my shears. And of course, I was like, oh man, because I know she needs it. It wasn't like, oh, I kind of would like it. It's like she used it almost every shift. So I said, all right, let me go look on Amazon and see what I can find. And they did have one on Amazon, but it was bright fucking green. It was like a neon glow in the dark green. And so I told her, yeah, I got one, but it's a bright neon fucking green if you're good with that. And she's like, yeah, I really need one. Okay. So I ordered it. Put it on a card. I said it'll be here day after tomorrow. Because, you know, Amazon with the free Prime shipping and all that jazz. So, anyway, it's ordered. It shows up. She goes in her bag. She goes, oh, babe, look, I found my shears. And I go, what? She goes, yeah, it was inside my bag. I go, okay, well, here's the bright green one. Now, this was the moment I got kind of excited in my heart because I had wanted these, but I couldn't justify it because I'm not an EMT. I don't work in the emergency room. Really, the uses for this would be like, okay, taking it out, cutting some packaging, you know, whatever, right? So she goes, well, why don't you take the brown ones and then I'll take the bright one. I said, deal. So I ended up with this, and it was actually pretty cool. It's got a really interesting little get down for connecting. You know, does it rotate? I guess it doesn't rotate. I guess you could, if you wanted to, loosen the screw up and turn it around, but I was trying it on a jacket like that, and it actually worked pretty good. So, anyway, this particular pair, she used for over a year. Over a year, constantly, like every fucking night, cutting shit. I think most of the stuff she cut off was like, you know, clothing of people coming in with traumas and whatnot. But, you know, the worst that it has is on the actual blade. You can see the wear and tear right on the actual blade edge itself, but it still works like a fucking champ. And this is, you know, going through gauze, tape, blah blah blah. So if you're like EMT, if you're like you know, blah blah blah, or even EDC prep kits, this is pretty nice. And I love the form factor, breaking everything down. Feels like a transformer. Then you take the ass in, the handles, slide it in. And the neat part is, when you look at it, like, you don't know what the fuck it is. It's kind of interesting. You're like, what is that? Oh, this? It's nothing. No, really, what is that? It's nothing. No, really, what is that? It's scissors. Scissors? Yeah, it's just big scissors. So, anyway, I just thought I would cover this and, you know, give Leatherman a fucking shout out, because it's definitely Angry Jackalope approved. Like I said, wife used it solid for a fucking year, and it's great. Works like a champ. Well, a lot of the Leatherman tools that I've been using over the years now, I actually have no complaints about. You know, Paul says this picked up a Leatherman Sidekick to replace my busted old Gerber suspension. Never owned a Leatherman before. It's pretty nice. Yes, it is nice. These things are fucking... The Leatherman tools are fucking great. This is my regular Leatherman that I use all the time. And it's a Surge. And, whoops! Where'd it go? Where are you at? It's under my chair. Oh no! Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Can't leave shit on the floor because dog will come in and fucking eat it. That would suck. The dog came in and ate that shit. Bam, it's back. Fear not. Put you over here. And, you know, I've showed this one before. I've used this Leatherman right here. You want to talk about usage, you could see all the points on it. This thing's been abused, dropped, kicked, slammed around, crammed everywhere I could possibly fit it. I have used these little scissors on here for a lot. Like, I have cut tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of cable with that. Earlier, the packaging that was here, I had to use this to open the super gift box because, you can see this thing has been used a lot, and it's still fucking wicked sharp. I mean, they make good solid tools, you know. I've had people ask me in the past, "What, you know, they're kind of expensive. What do you?" I'm like, "You get what you pay for. you get what you fucking pay for. You really do. It's outstanding shit. It really is." So, you know, that was some of the stuff that I wanted to share with you guys, because I remember last show or the show before, somebody was saying, "Hey, let's talk about some knife stuff and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, you don't have any knives to really showcase and talk about right now. So, yes. So I made sure I had something with an edge on it this time, right? One thing I'll also point, I do have some other stuff that I'll point out. This is for business-minded people that are getting all of their business assets in order and everything. So I have the new company, Rymaz, right? And one of the things that I wanted to do with Rymaz was, when I got my business cards, I really wanted them to stand out. You know, I didn't want it to be glossy back, front information. That was that. I wanted something that somebody would handle and go, "Wow, I understand we're in the fucking Rona time where probably handing out business cards is kind of an antiquated idea that may or may not ever really be part of the business dance going forward." But in any event, I did create these. So this is the Rymaz business card. Now, as I rotate it, let's see if we can get it to do it. As I rotate it, you'll note this bitch is thick, right? It's thick as fuck. And then there's the front side. And there's a story behind the logo. So years ago, when I decided I wasn't going to work in corporate America anymore, I decided to tattoo my hands. Because up till that point, anything on the arms, I could just put sleeves on, I can go to work. But tattoo your fucking hands, that's a different story. So I decided, when I was getting these tattoos, I wanted to have something on my hands because I work mostly on the keyboard, right? So there's a lot of times where I'm typing. And as I'm typing, I see the tattoos. So I wanted something on the tattoos to be inspiring, right? So I did the 0, and I joked with, it's 0 fucks given, no excuses, no limits, blah, blah, blah. Just pick anything, right? And that worked. And then this one was supposed to be the Alpha and Omega, which is the beginning and the end. But what was funny is this is how I see it when I look at it, right? I don't actually see the A and the O. I see what's like a U and a V, which worked out well because after the tattoo was done, I looked at it and said, son of a bitch, I had it backwards. I wanted to have it the other way, right? I wanted it so I could see the Alpha and Omega. But when I saw it this way, it was like U and V. I said, ultimate victory. Yeah. So there you go. So sitting here now, fast forward many years later. And me and the wife and the kids were having a family meeting. We're like, what are we going to do with Rybass? Now, originally I was going to say something with a jackalope. But I have jackalopes on all my shit, right? And that's my shit. And so the kids were like, yeah, no jackalope. Okay. So I thought about it. I said, hey guys, what do we think about a 0 being the logo of the company? Meaning that there's nothing we can accomplish together. There is no limit to what we can do, etc., etc. We can use that as our mantra of nothing can stop us, right? And they were like, fuck yeah. Like, they loved it. So I said, okay. So I worked on banging out the primary logo, which is the 0, which is a match for this, right? And there it is. That was the birth of the logo. So when we were doing finishing with the branding and everything else, we got these business cards. And so these business cards, we got these printed up at a company called PS Print. Paul Simon Print. PS Print. Like PS I love you. And they always do a good job. I've been fucking around with PS Print since the days of having the Oakland shop. So Jesus, that's over what is that, 16 years? So I've been working with PS Print for 16 fucking years. And they've only fucked up twice. And those 2 times that they fucked up, they fixed it. So if you're looking for a company to print out letterheads, things of that nature, PS Print's good. They're really, really good. I don't think they're in Oakland anymore, though, because this last batch, when they shipped it to me, I think the shit came from, like, Wisconsin. So they might have left the Bay Area, said, fuck you, California, and then jumped over to Wisconsin. But in any event, they typically have sales from time to time that are pretty cool. Like, when I ordered those, they had a 65% off sale. So I think when I ordered those, I ordered something like 250 of these triple thick cards on mat, so you can write on both sides or whatever else. I think I only ended up spending like $70, I think, which is really good for all you folks that are doing your own businesses and things like that. Business cards is a vital piece of business. You can write that shit off your taxes and stuff like that. Just like letterhead or anything else. So investing in a really good set of business cards is pretty awesome, because every single person that I've handed the card to thus far, and granted we're not talking customers or anything because this is COVID time, but friends and family, every single person has said the same thing. The minute they hold it, they go, whoa, and they like think they have, you know, they think it's like this. They think it's like a bunch of cards. Like, if you looked at that and you were guessing, like, if you thought, how many cards is this right here, you'd be surprised, because it's only 3 cards. But it's, like, ridiculously thick. That's what she said. And, you know, they go, oh, they think they have more than one card, and it's one card. And if I was Gambit, like, I could, and it was like literally, this is bad guys, you know, kill some bad guys with your business cards. It's fucking hilarious. So that's just another little tidbit of advice that I give you guys. Now, another thing that I did want to talk about tonight is I am going to get started on a whole nother level of things. I've been talking about it a little bit, but I have finalized some investment into it and everything else. But I am getting into leatherworking, and I have been doing hours upon hours upon hours of research. I have been learning the different tool usage. I've been learning a lot of stuff before even putting anything down on leather. Just kind of sitting back, soaking in the knowledge. and learning things, you know, like different types of, I don't even know if I can say this right, but like sinew, right? Sinew. This is, so typically sinew, the cat liver ones, are really strong. You see them and everything else. This is a synthetic one. And then what's nice about this is it lays super flat. So if you're doing something where you need to, you know, stitch something and have it super hard, melt it down and everything else so that it's nice, it will lay flat. Sinew. Sinew. Thank you. Thank you, yakety yak. Sinew. 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 Who? Sinew. 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 But this is synthetic, so you don't feel bad about cats getting gutted. You know what I'm saying? And this was amazing because there's a guy, I forget his name, but he was on Mythbusters, right? One of the guys. And there was an episode he was talking about, I think it's a recent episode, where he was talking about the Indiana Jones whip. And he was doing some stuff. That's all right, no job. Better late than never, right? He was talking about this stuff, and he said he uses it on almost every single job, and for decades he's been using it, and he has not ran out of the bundle. And so I thought, okay, you know, $18, let's just try it. I ordered it, and as I look at it, I'm like, Jesus, you know how many projects I'd have to do to go through this bundle? It's pretty fucking ridiculous. So I'm like super excited. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be really fun stuff to make some items and everything. I have some really neat ideas on some things that I'm going to make. I'm going to be making some armor pieces. I'm going to be making some masks. I'm going to be making some gloves. I'll be making some chest rigs. I have an idea that's kind of fun. Recently when I was shooting with my buddy, I did not have the gun resting appropriately, and I had a new trigger on it. I did not realize that barely squeezing said trigger was going to launch that bitch into me. I also have a KSG where even if I do have it seated appropriately inside the small pocket here, it rocks me back. So I wanted to make a shooter's plate is what I'm calling it. And there might be something like that in existence right now, where there's a line of padding, and then there's a ornate piece that sits here, and then strap here, and then strap under here. So it just kind of sits here, and then underneath it, you know, you'll have some pouching for you to attach additional rounds, like a bandolier or whatever. But I want to do like I'm going to revisit the Hawaiian god concept and do some of those Polynesian leather imprints. And in that way, you know, it's like a big chest panel, right? And then I might even play with like some of the Japanese motifs, kind of like the chest tattoos and things like that, so that it's a really ornate piece. So it's a real cool conversation piece, and it also has a functional use as a absorption piece. You know what I'm saying? And I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun, right? And I'm also working on some vibrances. Oh, vibrances. I'm probably saying it wrong. Big leather D's. Vibrants. Vibrants. This, right? But I want to put pouches on these. So I'm going to do a leather piece that's like this with pouching on it. It won't be threaded like this. There'll be actual buckles that you can snap. And then with the buckles that you're snapping and everything, there will be some, what do you call it? I'm going to put some straps along here that's going to be kind of similar to like Molly. But if you've got small knives, you'll be able to attach them on either side. So you'll be able to attach, pouch, Brace. Jesus. Fuck. I can't talk tonight. So I think that's going to be really fucking neat. You know what I mean? So I have quite a few projects that I want to do that I think are going to be really fun. I've been studying up on everything, so I'm like knowing all about like the beveling, all about the fucking the different pieces that are going to go into these projects, and I've already been sketching them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Brown craft parcel paper for patterns. I was also going to be looking at the so here's the cool part. So right now in my garage I have a bunch of these, what do you call them? They're 2x4. It's called 2x4 tables or something like that. So basically it's kit table. You get 2x4s, you slot them into these things, you screw them in, and it gives you your work tables, okay? And it allows you to have like a really good sized work table for basically $70 plus obviously the price of the lumber. And Tuesday or Wednesday, I got a buddy coming down. We're supposed to get all of that wood set up, cut, and then the work table will be started to get fabricated and set up. I've got vices. I've got little anvil tops on the vices. I've got obviously a bunch of stuff for the leather working. I've got some sawhorses, yes indeed, and a bunch of other stuff. And the goal there is to start making videos about fabricating different things. And as I'm learning and I'm making mistakes and I'm figuring stuff out, you guys will be coming along with me and seeing what's involved. And then I will be doing things like making one-offs, putting them up Etsy or eBay or wherever, and then having, once I figure something out, then I will take all the plans, put them all as printouts, put them with the measurements and everything else, all the tools needed, etc., and then put those plans up. So all of you guys that are DIY inclined will be like, cool, I don't have to guess how Rob fucking did this. You know, I'm watching the video, I see it, but I actually will have all of the plans. So that's going to include face masks with filters. It's going to include the armor pieces we're talking about. It's also going to be some of the chest rig pieces, bags, sheaths. So I will be doing custom sheath work for Inforex Punisher, for example. And the cool thing is, once I'm done with those knives and I do sheathing for them, those will be up there. So you won't have to try to find the measurements and all the other stuff. Yep, I'm doing 8 feet. That's right. I'm going 8 feet long by about 3 feet, 3 to 4 feet wide. So we'll see how that works out. Wife is already, whoop. Oh, nice. Tell him I said, what's up? Huge fan. I'm like geeking out right now. I'm a big fan of Y'all Juggle. He's a fucking amazing guy. Like he was one of the reasons I actually started doing started doing the show in the first place. Fuck yeah, Jay. I'm totally down, dude. Yeah, I want him. I'll hit you up for sure. Because I'm trying to see stuff that works, stuff that don't work, stuff that I think is going to be pretty cool. I got like a stamp of the Angry Jackalope coming to press into the leather, so I can bang out like little wristbands like this of just Angry Jackalope shit, just for us. So that should be fun. I'm really vested into getting into it, and not only fabricating and making the stuff, but also coming at it from an artistic point of view, and you know, stamping out stuff and really coming up with cool patterns. And I do want to do I I do want to do some different designs and stuff like that, and those will also be available so people can just stencil them down. And that's the other thing I learned about leather is it's really neat and really cool on putting designs into the leather. It's a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. You know, like I was looking at like, oh god, this looks like it's gonna be hard. And I kept watching the tutorials. I'm like, it can't be this fucking easy. And I got a piece of fucking throwaway leather that I had laying around. Well, I kind of wetted it up a little bit, not too much, and then started pressing it with the tools, and sure enough, it fucking is easy. I was like, wow. So, you know, there's a lot of different things I want to do. I'm going back to those core concept designs, like when I did the Hawaiian blades, and I did the Kanaloa, and I did the Pele. I'm going to be revisiting that, and so I'm going to be doing pattern sets and different kit sets and stuff like that. So that way I have like sheaths for like the Inforx Punisher, sheath for like the Max 7, sheath for like the some of the zombie tools, for example, because some of the zombie tool blades, they just came in Kydex, and I always felt like they should have leather sheaths. Obviously, I'll be doing some for my shark tooth blades, etc. My Leatherman. There's just a bunch of things, and as I finish those, they will be, when I finish them, those will all be part of a library of things. So, you know, obviously the Jackalope crew, as being insiders, you guys will have access. Like, I'm not going to charge you guys for stuff. So if you guys want to fuck around and play with some of the projects, we'll be on the Discord. I will put them up in the Discord for you guys to have access to. But, you know, like the rest of the world that come and watch the videos and whatnot, those guys can go up on Etsy and just buy them or whatever. And then that would be kind of a neat idea. Garen said, get yourself a branding iron, some brands too. That could be neat. You know, that could be really neat in a kinky kind of way. I'm just fucking around. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I got planned and everything. I'm super duper excited. But on the writing side of things, the Magic Revelations is taking longer than I thought. I keep going back and improving little bits and pieces. I think I'm going to have to give myself a hard deadline on that because I wanted to go back and really tighten them up because when they go out, I plan on hitting them to different things like teleplay or tele something like that. There's like a website where you can submit a book. It costs like $100, but they take these books and they put them in front of all the Hollywood and all of the Netflixes and all the other shit, and there's a chance that your shit could get optioned and picked up. And so I really want the Magic stuff to be as good as it can be without being over polished. I think at a certain level you got to be careful that you don't over polish stuff because then you lose some fun things. So I don't want that to happen. But I do believe that the changes that I've made thus far, the over 1,100 changes that have been made, over half of those are punctuation and some slight grammatical updates. But I have actually also gone back and reworked certain sections to make a lot more sense. So I think it's going to be worthwhile. I'm also excited because a bunch of other people, new people that are now part of the family and everything else, have been grabbing a bunch of my books and reading them. And for me, that is the biggest joy when people read my stuff and they enjoy it. And they come back to me and they're giggly and they're like, man, I didn't see that coming, or I really like that, or, oh man, my favorite character is such and such. And it just makes me happy. You know what I mean? And I think in this time that we live in, that is super important. You know, finding things that you find joy in. I was talking to my friend earlier, you know, life is about experiences. You want to fill your day with as many pleasant experiences as possible. You want to build memories with loved ones, and you want to affect others. So when I write stories and things like that, people that read it, you know, there's an interaction between us. So I'm anticipating a very similar thing when I'm doing the leather working, because I've always, oh my God, I am such a leather fanatic. It's not funny. I got 1 leather, 2 leather, 3 leather, 4 leather, 5 leather, 6 leather, 7 leather. This in this room alone, 7 leather that I am just, I love leather, you know, and I don't understand why this didn't, I think what it was I didn't think I could do it. Honestly, I didn't think I had the skill set to do it. And it's funny because I always tell my kids, it's always hard until you do it, right? And so I was like, yeah, dumb, you know, you give this advice all the time. So that's why I'm inviting you guys. When I go and I start to undertake this adventure with the leatherworking stuff, you know, I'm going to invite you guys along with that. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop on the video game development. It doesn't mean that I'm going to quit my day job or anything like that. This is more like sharing a hobby, a passion with you guys, and bringing you guys with me, right? So that's what that's going to be all about there. And one of the projects that I actually have planned is, you know, my hat. My hat's a cloth hat, and I've always wanted my particular boonie hat to be leather. And so I've got like fedora patterns, I've got top hat patterns, I've got all these different hat type patterns to fuck around and play with. But one that I really want to do is my traditional Angry Jackalope boonie hat. So that's also going to be one of the projects that I'm going to do. Like, I'm super excited about it. You guys really just have no idea. I was expecting a whole slab of leather to show today. It didn't. Instead, a couple of pieces showed up that I was missing. For example, I didn't have one of these, and these are like super important for squaring up. And then I also didn't have a decent cutting board. This is a small one. I've seen some of these guys with like huge slabs that they put shit on and cut with. So, well, there you go. So those showed up, but the fucking leather didn't show up. I was like, come on, man, where's my fucking leather? You know, where's the leather? So we'll see. I have a big giant one of these too that after this was ordered, I was in the garage, cleaning the garage, and I had one that stood almost as tall as me, and I'm like, where did this come from? Now I remembered. I'm like, oh shit, I had this back when we were doing all the construction in the house and whatnot. Jesus. So I have like a giant square and a baby square. So the goal is to get proficient in, you know, getting all the pieces cut out. And I was explaining to, I forgot who it was. It might have been my friend here was earlier, was talking about how, you know, even big clumsy, toom, you know, just to punch the holes down and then stitch through, you know, just need more strength, yeah. So that's the other thing that's really appealing to me as I watch people undertake their little leather projects and whatnot. Even with, you know, my hands being kind of problematic and whatnot, I saw them using needle nose pliers to kind of pull stuff through, and I was like, you know, I'm really looking forward to this. You know what I'm saying? Yep, Garrett says you can make a good leather sheath for the Roxanne and accessories. I actually was thinking about that. I was thinking about doing a 2-layer stitch, putting a big giant magnet, a length one along one piece, and then a single strap around the outside for all of those attachments. So slap it down on a real strong magnet, should hold that first piece, and then all the other magnets hold, and then one strap around it to hold it in place. So yeah, I got it. Like I said, guys, you can tell, you can feel it, you can see it, you can feel it. I'm very excited and passionate about it, and you know, I'm going to be taking my time with it. So I, you know, when I film the projects, I will be filming them, and then I will kind of fill in some of the blanks that I get frustrated when I watch other people do videos. I get really frustrated when I'm watching somebody do a video and they're showing something, but then they just speed past this whole segment and say, you know, go watch my other video. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat every video like it's the first video. So you can watch it, but I'll put chapters on it. So it's like if you're good at a certain part, you'll see the breaks in the video. You just jump, so you can go see the next part and everything else. But yeah, and I'll explain stuff and I'll give pointers like, hey, this is something that I had a hard time with, and I think the best route to, burnish this or do this as a Dremel tool if you can't get a sander, blah, 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 and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So, I know a lot of folks that watch this before were, frozen pig heads, blah, blah, blah. But as time goes by, people change and people's directions change. So I still do stuff like this. Obviously where you kind of come together and talk about different stuff. But at the same time, I'm going to also share passion play things that I think are really fucking cool. And if I come across new tools and things of that nature to kind of help people, I'll call those out as well. And I also will continue to do the geeky stuff, such as, so The Boys popped out on Amazon, and Amazon in their infinite wisdom decided to do a release schedule. So every Friday, there looks like they're going to release 3 episodes. That's horrible. That was really dumb. And I don't understand their thinking for that. And it was evident because if you go up on Amazon and you look at The Boys and you look at the reviews of it, before I was even thinking about this show, early in the morning when I looked at it, they had a 46% 1-star review of The Boys Season 2 because people were really fucking bent that they're doing a release schedule. I was as well. I was excited because it popped off last night and I was going to fucking watch it. But when I saw they were doing it in a series like that, I said, fuck you. I'm not going to watch it until you have everything in there. When you have everything in there, then I'll watch it. And that really, 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 really pissed me off because I was really looking forward to it. What's up, Simicon? Better late than never, brother. Better late than never is what I say. Actually, I said that earlier, and I'm saying it again. Better late than never. But, oh, by the way, dude. You the man, dude. Like, I don't do shit on Facebook very often, but Simicon is one of the main reasons I still keep Facebook around. Just because there are some people that I root for, that I'm fans of, that I genuinely like. And Simicon happens to be one of those guys. Just like Renee, just like, other people, they know who they are. But I lurk on Facebook. I lurk on Facebook instead of deleting it. And I watch. And Simicon, you're the man. So I like that. Now it says they do it because Hulu does it, thinking that it'll bring in more repeat visitor traffic. Well, they're fucking themselves because I guess apparently also they're pushing a lot of ads. And I'm just like, come on. Really, guys? Look, we're not going to get rid of our subscription after The Boys is gone. Most people have Amazon Prime, also watch Prime videos and blah, blah, blah. And like when I was watching Jack Ryan, I was happy to be able to sit and watch it. And I'd get, about halfway. I'd get 5 in. And then get tired and say, oh, we'll watch the rest tomorrow. And me and a wife would make a thing about it. And we did that with, with Hannah. We did that with Jack Ryan. We did that with, The Boys Season 1. And so for them to come out with this staggered release with no real explanation was horrible. Now, if they would have came out and said, look, guys, we're not done in post. We need just a little more time. We missed this date, but we do have 3 in the bag right now. We're going to release that. Oh, my Lord. That would have saved them the black eye. It would have totally saved them the black eye. If this was a production-based thing, sorry guys, the Rona done fucked up our shit. pushed our dates back a little bit. Our editors are still finalizing the final 5 episodes. We're only going to go 3 right now, 3 next week, and that should give us enough time to catch up with the production that needs to be finalized and blah, blah, blah. There's a couple little things that need to be done. They ought to be like, okay, but just, oh yeah, no, we're going to stagger this. No explanation. It's like, you're fucking stupid. That's dumb. Like, what the fuck are you guys thinking? So I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm not watching. I'm not watching until they're all really ready. When they're all ready, then I'll watch it. You know? But yeah, that really kind of fucked my weekend. I think the other thing, from a pop culture entertainment point of view that I want to share, I do believe, I may or may not be right on this. Let me double check real quick. You know, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. And I love Karate Kid. Yeah, Cobra Kai is a great series. It's on Netflix. Karate Kid is one of my two, wax on, wax off. I took that to heart, you know. My whole, you know, life growing up, I practiced the wax on, wax off constantly. And my martial arts skills have never been better. Wax on, wax on, wax on, wax off. Let's see here real quick. I want to double check something here, because I think there's a certain expansion that is out right now. I thought. Nope. I was going to speak prematurely. So very shortly, in the next 5 days, on September 10th, the 4th DLC for Borderlands 3 will be available. And that one I'm actually looking forward to, because it's going to be interesting, because there was a character in the second season named, what do you call that? The second game, Borderlands 2, called Krieg, that you could play. It was a psycho character, and he was in love with Maya. And if you have played Borderlands 3 all the way through, you know there was something interesting that happens to Maya. No spoilers here. And then being able to play Krieg and be in his mind. This should be a very emotional, I believe, DLC. So I'm excited. I thought it was already out. I'm glad I double checked, because that's not out for another 5 fucking days. I don't know why I thought it was the 5th, but September 10th, that expansion will come on, and there you go. Nipple salad. What are we talking about here, dear? Are you looking at? I feel so. Nipple salad. What are we talking about here? This is a family-friendly show, okay? Seriously? Oh, fucking hell. I'm having too much fucking fun. I should end the show, but I'm not going to fucking end it. I'm just going to keep going. Because I'm the conductor of the poop train. Oh, nipple salad? Did he really yell nipple salad? I didn't know that. I know he said the poop train, and I know he said ride the meat sickle and other stuff. I didn't know he yelled nipple salad. That's fucking awesome. I didn't know that. Nipple salad it is. Nom 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 nom. So, now, let's talk some prediction here. Say thank you. Nipple salad! Prediction time. So, we have a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. We know that. Stock market just took a beating yesterday. This took a really bad beating. It's a couple of days of beatings, actually. And I have money tied up in cryptocurrency. And right now, Bitcoin is down, as well as, is it Litecoin? I think that's the other one I have. It's one of the top 3. I think it's Litecoin. I think it's the other one I have. Litecoin was like at, I don't know, $50 a share. Bitcoin is super expensive, so you can take percentages of Bitcoins. Like you can buy $100. Bitcoin is currently trading at 10,000 something dollars. So obviously that $100 would be like a fraction of percentage point of that, the Bitcoin. So what's interesting is it's inevitable that our country is going to roll into some form of a government cryptocurrency, right? We're gonna have a congressional cryptocurrency. At least they better have one. If they're fucking smart, it will be the American cryptocurrency, not the Federal Reserve cryptocurrency, but the USA motherfucking America crypto. Okay? So, at some point, the dollar is going to die. But I don't think the dollar is going to die this year. I think the dollar will probably die Q1 next year, Q2 next year. Somewhere before June next year, the dollar is just going to fucking boop, nosedive. Okay? So, you could bet on the dollar, ride that little wave for a while, and then when it crashes all the way, jump into crypto. I am putting every little square cent I have, little pennies here, pennies there, and I'm throwing it over in crypto. You know, $50 here, $100 there. Whenever I get a little extra, I just buy it and forget it. I just don't even think about it. Because I have... This is not scientific. There is nothing behind my thinking or rationale on this. I just gut think. Me gut thinks that the crypto me trade poop train cryptocurrency. I think personally the bitch is gonna skyrocket. Because Bitcoin has gone past 13 in the past. And I am starting to think that it could go, methinks anyway, as high as 14,000. So if you're in right now at 10 and it goes to 14, there's a healthy little bit of profit you could probably make there. Now, I will tell you motherfuckers, point blank, do not take my shit as financial advice. I'm just telling you motherfuckers what I am doing. I'm not telling you guys to go do this. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I'm telling you my forecast and my projections. If you want to ride the poop train with me, hop on and do what you want to do. It's up to you. Okay? What is this? Oh, I have to look. I can't look at it on my watch. I have to look at it on my phone. Market's always going to have its ups and downs. That's right. That's right. That's right. Exactamundo. So, I have... I literally have one share. Because I've been eyeballing like AMD and NVIDIA, and I wanted NVIDIA stock, but NVIDIA stock's like fucking $500. It's fucking retarded. But AMD, that was like at $100 and it started to drop. And so when that bitch dropped to 84 or 85, I bought one share. I have a single share of AMD stock. Just because. What's that, Rob? I should rob my neighbors and put it all in crypto? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But it's going to be interesting. Let's see. I've been holding off getting in crypto. Could a government backed currency cause Bitcoin, etc. to drop? Yes, completely, which is what I'm counting on. I'm hoping all of this talk of government creating crypto initially will create fear in the market and cause a massive sell-off. That's what I'm hoping for. And then when they do, it will drop that bitch down to a certain point. Now, granted, I have shares of crypto right now. So that, that's all I was going to get. That would suck. But I'm counting on it to bounce hard as fuck, okay? So I'm counting on the fear to drive crypto down. Then I'm going to buy a bunch fucking more. Because what's going to happen is the government fucks up all the time. So I'm counting on the fact their first couple implementations of government-based crypto is going to be crippled. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be this really horrible. And people are going to be like, oh, this is dumb. I'm going to go back to these established brokerages that have a methodology of me getting crypto, trade crypto, buy crypto, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to dive right back in while they think it's still cheap, thus driving crypto back through the fucking roof. And when it hits the target that I'm hoping for, which is around $14,000, $15,000, at that point, I will dump it. I will take the profits out of that and buy gold. I will fucking buy gold because gold and silver is always, you know, it's always a good bet. You know, I had a gold guy years ago. This guy, and it was funny. I kind of kick myself now because I had some money. I was looking for some investment at the time, and he was Mr. Goldman. Oh, you should buy gold. No, like, shut the fuck up with that gold shit, right? But he had a analogy to help explain the value of gold. He says, so you're in the Wild West, and you've got this $20 gold coin. At the time, that $20 gold coin could buy you the suit, the pants, shirt, belt, socks, and boots. Okay? $20 gold coin. $20 now, cash, you might be able to get the belt. Okay? That's it. But if you had that same $20 gold coin, you're still buying that shit. And I had to go, damn, that's a good fucking point. That was a valid fucking point. You know? I was like, son of a bitch. You're a smart son of a bitch. So, that has always stuck with me. And now looking at gold, shooting past, what is it, $2,000 an ounce, it's like, holy fucking hell, are you serious? So, you know, gold's one of those commodities that, for whatever reason, retains value. It's got staying power. It's like Super Viagra. I can keep going all night long, baby. You know? So, you know, silver's good too. Silver's not a bad thing. I invested a little bit in silver. Just a little bit. Not a lot. 2 ounces. But I'm not nearly enough. But I've also invested in lead. Quite a bit of lead. I think that's a good investment. Lead's always a good investment. As my good friend showed me earlier, there's also some other investments that are very, very, very lucrative. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just sharing with you guys where I think things are going. Because this election, regardless of whoever wins, there's still going to be a whole lot of turmoil. There's still going to be a lot of craziness that's going to pop off any way you slice it. So we have to just understand craziness is in the cards for a little while. The dollar is not going to be able to survive this. The dollar is, yes, right, copper and brass. In the right configurations. But, you know, we have to be ready for that. And the other thing that's going to be really, 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 really interesting that I don't think a lot of people are taking into consideration, $1,933.52. So $1,933.52 is the going rate for gold per ounce right now. That's wow. Silver also, I think, was. I know they were really putting some downward pressure on silver for a while, but I'm pretty sure I saw something where it was starting to bounce. And I did look not too long ago at trying to buy, silver, like ounces of silver, and a lot of the silver brokerage houses were sold the fuck out. And I was like, whoa! So there was a big run on silver too. So I definitely think the writing is on the wall. People are trying to find safe areas to put their money and stuff. I do believe, look at that. Silver, $27.05. Wow. I do believe that we're going to see stock market drop I am expecting that puppy to drop tremendously, and I only have very, very, very tiny amount of stocks in there, but those are stocks that I'm not looking at kind of flipping or anything. Those are stocks I'm kind of holding on long term. They're not for me. They're more for the kids. Anybody that's playing in the stock market right now needs to have that kind of long game mindset, because the market is going to it's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's been artificially inflated for way too long, and the actual realistic market trends of everything going on are not substantiating what we're seeing in the stock market at all. It's like the stock market's living in La La Land, and it's not really seeing the real world. So we're going to see the supply chain get hit really hard come this winter time. That's going to make some of the commodity buys that a lot of people are kind of used to cause some really crazy sticker shock. Like, I'm anticipating stuff like beef, chicken, things like that, pork, to just suddenly, and some people are saying inexplicably this skyrocketed, and it's not inexplicable. It's like totally predictable, because we've had some disruption in different supply chains. We have these natural, well, I'm not even calling them natural. We've had these disasters that have occurred, whether it be fire, whether it be hurricanes, whether it be chemtrails, whatever, and other fun things that are affecting plant harvest. Also doing, we have the Rona, which was affecting processing plants and stuff. You had a lot of people that were farmers in different regions that were putting down cattle and stuff like that, or pigs or chickens, because they just couldn't process them. Now, that you take with a grain of salt. You hear conflicting stories. Some people say that is an epidemic situation. I have some friends in Idaho that say, no, here in Idaho we're good. Farmers are having no problems and blah, blah, blah. So it could be regionally. You could see some regionally. You could see some increased price points. I would imagine any place where things are being imported and they don't have livestock nearby, those folks are going to get probably hit the hardest, because what's going to happen is, by filtration, right? This is home. We got stuff. We got leftovers here to here, boom, and here to here, whatever. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I'm factoring that into my predictions as far as difficulty and my way of mitigating that. Now, granted, you guys have to realize I run with two mindsets. One mindset is that things are difficult, but our infrastructure pieces are still intact, whether that be power, things of that nature. So every time we go grocery, I'd buy like a little 1 pound chunk of meat, right? And I put that in the standing freezer. And since March, it was funny because I just went out and reorganized the freezer. I have roughly 35 pounds of Wagyu beef. And then I also have the equal amount of hamburger helper and things of that nature sitting in storage. So, 35 pounds, if you don't eat meat every single day, well, you could have meat once a week, relatively easy, and that's pretty good. It's pretty good, right? So, and I have some chicken, I have some pork, and I have some other stuff. And I also have some Asian staples like longanisa, tocino. And some of you are probably scratching your head like, what the fuck is longanisa and tocino? All my Filipino brothers are like, fuck yeah. And not only that, spam. I have fucking not quite a metric ton of spam, but I've got a lot of spam too. But again, that's just part of a proper mindset, right? Just to make sure. Let's see. November. Yeah, Paul, you're right. Yeah, November is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Jay says meat prices have been going up since May. Yeah, I've been watching that here in Utah. It has been going up. What used to cost us for groceries around maybe $120 is now right around $170. So, and that's even with trying to do some couponing and some other stuff. So things are definitely getting more expensive. I'm also seeing some holes in the grocery stores, like big chunks of stuff that's not there, which is also interesting. Those are all indicative of supply chain issues, right? Let's see. They're gone up a lot. My stepbrother is a meat cutter. Farmers and ranchers are having to slaughter their animals because the packers were closed from the virus. Yep, that's also what I saw. Where you could try to bypass the major supermarkets and go up chain to catering distributors, etc. Look for restaurants, fast food chain suppliers. That's a good idea. Bacon spam is delicious. Yeah, spam will outlive us all. Yeah, no shit, right? But spam is, oh my god, I love fucking spam. It's amazing. You know what's gross is, it's really disgusting, but you can actually take spam, pop the can, slop that slimy shit out, wipe it off and everything, take the top of the can, slice, and eat that shit. You could. And it tastes the same. It's just kind of cold and slimy, you know? Oh yeah, toilet paper. Yep, that's another thing. Cebu Licon, Filipino restaurant near me. I think I can live on spam. Love some fried spam. I like to make, one of the things we do here is spam musubi. We even have these little bougie cutters and molds. And what we'll do is we'll steam up rice. We have I know we have about a metric ton of cow rose rice. And what we'll do is we'll steam up the rice. There is some sushi vinegar that I use, and I take the rice, transport it into a plastic bowl, put it in the fridge, let it get cold. Then I take the rice vinegar and I sprinkle it inside, and then I spoon mix it, and then I sample the rice until it's a little bit on the sweet side, and then we have a spam slicer, okay? And we put the spam there, slice it down, fry up the spam, put that to the side. Then I have a musubi mold where it's this little plastic thing that's actually perfect size for the spam. I basically just put the rice in it, everything, lay the spam on top of that. I can cook egg if I want to. Sometimes I'll add egg to it. Makes it really delicious. Cook the egg, put the egg inside of that. It's in the mold as well. Then wrap it with a strip of seaweed. Moisten the top of the seaweed a little bit so that it holds. Tuck it to the side. And then I might make 10 or 11 pieces. And then you can wrap them in saran wrap. Yep, musubis. Yep. I might be saying them wrong, but I call them musubis. Yeah, musubis! And throw them bitches in the fridge. Nice little nom 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 snack whenever you want one. And the kids fucking go nuts for that shit. They love it. Love it. And sometimes we even roll like actual sushi. They're not the prettiest, but fuck, they taste the fucking same. Corned beef hash is good too. Vienna sausages, yeah, that's a little hard. Vienna sausages, it's not a permanent texture for me. I can't do that. But if I had to, I'd eat the fuck out of it. I mean, who am I bullshitting? If I had to, and I was starving, not much I wouldn't eat. So, yeah, there's no musubis in Japan. That's Hawaii shit, pure and simple. You know, pure and fucking simple. That shit was, I believe, if we chase that shit down, I can almost guarantee you the birthplace of that shit was in fucking Hawaii. I might be wrong, but I'd bet some fucking money on that shit. Sardines aren't bad. I gotta really be in the mood for sardines. Eel is really good. Canned eel. Woo! I will take some canned eel and put that with some rice and mix it up. That's pretty fucking good too. Oh, poke? Oh god, yeah, poke is fucking amazing. Shit, yeah. If you can get some good tuna and you get the right fucking shoyu mix. Oh, Loco Moco. There it is. Loco Moco is the shit, but you gotta have the right brown gravy. I've seen, you know what's funny? I had a Polynesian sister out here. We went to, where was this? This was a Denny's of all places. And we were sitting there, and a chick came up. She said, "Oh, you're from Hawaii?" I said, "Yeah, I lived in Hawaii. I went to high school in Hawaii." And she's like, "Oh, for real?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, shoots. And she's like, "Oh, you like me make you one loco moco?" I said, "Here." She said, "Yeah." I said, "For real? You gonna make them?" She was like, "Yeah, brother, I can make them." I'm like, knock yourself out. She it was awesome. Okay, she told me, "Oh, but one thing though, the rice is not a white rice, okay?" I said, "Yeah, whatever. Shoot, just try them. Shoot before I go." So she goes in the back, takes hamburgers. They take the hamburgers, this Denny's regular hamburger. They had a brown gravy, 2 eggs, sunny side up. It was like a brown rice, I guess. It was one of their rices that they had. Obviously didn't have mac salad, but it was about as close as you would get to a Loco Moco in a fucking Denny's. She came out and I looked at it and I was like, "What the fuck?" I looked at her, I was like, "Oh, sister, you the one, huh?" I said, "How is it?" She's like, "Oh, broke the mouth." I'm like, "Broke the mouth? Are you sure?" She's like, "Oh, broke the mouth." And I ate it and it wasn't bad. It wasn't delicious, but it wasn't bad. And I gave her the biggest fucking tip because I was like, "Come on, anytime you go out of your way to force a Loco Moco in a fucking Denny's in Utah, I have to fucking salute you and give you props because that was fucking pretty awesome. That was pretty fucking awesome." Let's see. Spam cooked on a Foreman grill. Yeah, that works, but it's got to be a pretty thick chunk of fucking spam. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh, snake or frog? I like frog. My experience with snake has been very limited, and I want to remedy that. I really, really do. I really enjoyed bear. I want some more bear. The rattlesnake that I had was in a sausage form, which was really disappointing for me. I was like, "Really? You don't have the raw snake like on a skewer or something?" They're like, "No." And frog, I've had frog legs, a lot of frog legs, and it was good. It was good. Can I ask what the hairstyle is about? Not being a goof? Sure. This is my COVID hairstyle. So, when the Rona started popping off, there was a couple of things I said I was going to just not fucking do. I said, I'm not going to shave. Like, normally, my beard comes down here, comes really far down, it comes across, and it's really tight. It's like a chin strap. And I said, fuck it. I'm just going to let the shit grow. I'm not going to do anything. Only reason I shave the mustache is I wear a CPAP. And when the hair gets a little too thick, the mask doesn't work as good as it's the mask doesn't work as good as it's supposed to. But the hair, like, I haven't been able to grow my hair since I was in high school. And when I was letting the hair grow, I was doing kind of a side comb like this, and I prefer to have it down, but it actually drives my wife crazy. She can't handle my hair being long, and I was like, fuck it, I got like a motherfucking devil lock, you know what I mean? I got like a legit fucking Sam Hain devil lock, and she's like, she doesn't like it. And so I'm like, all right. So the compromise between me and the wife is when she's around or whatever else, I just pull it back and I put it in a fucking ponytail and it keeps it nice and neat and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right. Because she keeps telling me she wants to fucking cut my hair. She wants to cut my fucking hair like, you know. And I'm like, nope. As long as Rona's a fucking thing, I'm going to grow my fucking hair. And the funny thing is, the chick that cuts my hair, she fucking busted me out. She goes, if I didn't know any better, I would swear you're trying to grow a fucking Viking lock. And I'm like, you know, because eventually what I'd like to do is kind of the same cut that Ragnar had, right? So it goes in the back, it goes into a big braid, and it just goes down the back. That's what I want. So, but yeah, the lady that cuts my hair busted my ass out in front of the wife, and my wife was just like, really? She was so fucking mad. I'm like, it's the corona, babe. As long as the corona is some shit, I'm gonna grow my fucking hair, you know? And so she was like, all right, whatever. So that's the dealio. That's the legit, honest to God reason that it ends up, you know, in a ponytail. So all right, it is what it is. Let's see. I just let grow. Sometimes I buzz everything. I used to bigot. I used to shave my shit, but I'm so fat now that my kids one day called me a Nazi, and I said, what are you talking? Why are you calling me a Nazi? And they said, because the fat on your head and the back, Dad, it looks like a swastika. I'm like, that's fucked up. That's some cold-blooded shit. But that's my kids, though. The little motherfuckers, they're like, you look like a fucking, you look like, your fat looks like a Nazi. So it sucks, because when I go to get my hair cut, I have to go with a 2 on the side. I used to go with a 0. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. Let's see here. Gator is delicious. I fucking love gator. Ooh, I've never had stingray. That's on my list now. Let's see here. Gator is good. It's yeah, it doesn't taste like chicken. It's got its own. I did an orange gator. I took orange chicken sauce from like, oh, come on, Panda Express, and I breaded up the gator, batter fried it, put that sauce on it. Oh my God, kids went nuts. So fucking good. Let's see here. Come in. Push.
You know what you were talking about, the butts?
What?
You know you're talking about the butts?
Yeah.
So that side of the house, right? Is it that side of the house?
Yeah.
Okay, because you started barking and then a car went boom and started driving off when I started yelling. Like straight up flawed it. I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's normal. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Let's see here, dude. Nikki and I are having our hand fasting next month in bear country. Gonna see if I can grab one with my brother and sister. They're native, so it's all like, dude, if you get bear, dude, I'll pay for the shipping. I want bear. Gun said, I wish I had hair like that. You know, I'm actually super happy that I still have a fucking head of hair. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not balding. I have a shit ton of gray, but I will take gray any day. And I feel blessed. I feel blessed. A lot of my peers, they're fucking balding, and I feel bad for them. I really do. Let's see. Thunder Bay, South London, okay, Hamilton. Oh, okay. Buddha symbol before the Nazis. I know that, Paul. I know that, but your average motherfucker does not know that, so it don't matter. It don't matter, and you can't educate people. They can't be educated, so you just have to deal with the fucking stigma. Gator gets a taste from an eat. Well, everything gets its taste from an eat. That's why if you ever ate me and you're a cannibal, I taste like Burger King and McDonald's burgers. I would be a delicious cut of fat meat. Because, you know, the fat's where the flavor's at. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I ate a lot of strange fish in Jamaica, and they all tasted like fish. Yeah, you know, it's funny. a lot of times the fish is density, texture, flakiness, boniness. There's different pieces to it, but for the most part, fish has a fishy fucking flavor. It's a variation on how fishy, right? That's really what it comes down to. But I love all fucking fish. It don't matter what kind of fish it is. I will eat all of it. And you know what else I love? Oh my god, I love me some fucking oysters. Like, what is the Kumamotos? Kumamotos, I think, is the ones that I am a complete fucking huge fan of. So fucking good. Oh my god, I could eat my weight in oysters, and I could do sexual fucking jokes all day long about them, but I fucking love oysters. My god. Oysters, clams, scallops, shrimp, crab. If they're from the fucking ocean, I will eat it. Shark fin, love it. Abalone, oh my god, don't get me started. I love me some mother fucking seafood as well as even fresh fish. Catfish, I'll eat it. I'll tear that shit up. Let's see here. Gator tastes like codfish. Tastes like scallop. Gator tastes like codfish. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, kinda, but more like if codfish had a little lizard with it. You know what I mean? Little lizard. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, nut job if you can, brother. Started balding in high school, so I'm pretty okay with it. You know, one thing is if you could just shave your shit bald too and you can get away with it, fucking a skinned up bald head that's perfectly tanned, dude, that's gangster. I would rock that, but I look like a fucking neo-Nazi because when I shave my shit, it's like really light, comparatively speaking. But like for many years, I went like bald. I loved it, you know. Loved it, especially in a fight. Oh my god, in a fight, and I'm bald-headed. Motherfucker comes in, tries to grab hair. There was nothing there. Like, yeah, ain't nothing there for you to grab, home slice. You know what I'm saying? Yak says, my hair is thinning and retreating raw oysters all day. Hell yeah, raw is good. You know, I even like, is it Manhattan oysters? Like the ones where they're cooked and everything? I didn't believe myself, did I? No, I didn't. I forget I have a big ass ring on, so I just banked myself in that fucking ring, slammed into my skull. I think I got a new dent there. We don't eat catfish here. How is its taste? We have tons in the river. Catfish is good, but I like me personally. I definitely like to bread it up and fry it. That's like really my preferred way of eating it. And having some kind of a good garnish that goes with it really works well for me anyway. Beer battered catfish is delicious. I know that sounds kind of redneck, but it's really good. And I actually like to cut the catfish into strips, really thin strips, so that you let the breading add a lot more flavor to it. But it's not bad. I like it. Let's see here. Sea bass or rock cod. That's another one I like. I like that Asian prepared with like soy sauce and oyster sauce mixed together. Like I'll even eat like the eyes. You know, some people are like, ew, that's gross. But if you eat the eyeballs of the fish, I tell you, they are the most ocean salty, briny, yummiest that I've ever had. And it's kind of, you know, you got to prepare yourself for it because it is intense. It's a super intense flavor. It's kind of like, what is that? Balut. So balut is a baby duck inside of an egg. So it's like you kind of eat it. It's been cooked and everything, but it's kind of like not quite an egg, and it's not quite a baby duck. Well, it is a baby duck, but it's in an egg form, and you pop it, and you see its little fetus form in there, and you eat it. And if you get past how disgusting it looks, it's like a super duper boiled egg. It's like a boiled egg times 100. Super rich, super flavorful, great protein. It's amazing. Yep, mahi-mahi actually is one of my favorite fishes. And it's also got a really good firm texture to it. Kids really like the mahi-mahi. Oh yeah, Chinese buffet had spicy squid or octopus salad. That is pretty good. Yeah, I like squid when it's prepared right. If it's not prepared right, it's really, really tough and gummy. And for me, that's difficult now with the dentures. So I find myself leaning a lot more towards the softer food now. And so unfortunately for me, if the squid or the octopus has been overcooked, it takes it takes it out. You know what I mean? Sounds like seal eyeballs I ate up north. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. Eyeballs sound disgusting, but it's a very briny, salty thing. It's pretty good. Balut, I fucking love balut. It's actually pretty funny. Poor Paula, she's like, she's like dying and shit. Golden smoked kipper herring. I haven't had that. Nut job. Eggs with wings. Egg with wings. I don't know what that is. What's up, Sonny? What's up? I love Irish bars, Irish Spring bar soap. Oh, we're not talking about eating it. You know, if you had a filthy mouth and your mom is like, Irish Spring in your mouth, bitch, and you're like, oh, ooh, actually pretty delicious. I don't recommend doing that. Now, the first time you've ever had Irish Spring soap and you wash with it and you're like, ooh, fresh effervescence. I agree with you. I am also a big fan of Irish Spring bar soap, but not to eat because we're talking about eating and stuff. Dial's all right. But I again, even before I knew I was half Irish, I was always rocking Irish Spring. I don't know why. I just liked it. It just smells good. Smoked salmon is good. I've actually had what do you call it? Salmon tartare, I guess is what they call it. I was at this bougie ass fucking spot, and I said, "Ooh, salmon," and it said salmon tartare, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'll try this," right? And I didn't know that shit was raw. So I was like, "What?" And I ate it. You know, in Hawaii, sometimes fishermen will go out, and when they get the fish right from the ocean, I had a buddy of mine. He would cut some, and he was like, "Eat it." I was like, "Dude, you just pulled that from the ocean, and that's insane." He's like, "Dude, salt water. There's nothing. You're good, bro." And I ate it. It was good. I was like, oh shit, surprisingly delicious. Slimy yet delicious. It was like a Lion King fucking moment, you know. I'm like, oh, bye-bye, this Hawaii version. Calamari is one of my favorite. I love calamari. Eyeballs are against my religion. Hey, that's all right. No worries. Foie gras or foie gras, whatever. I haven't had that. I've had caviar. And I wasn't a big fan of caviar. As close to caviar as I'll rock is Tobiko on the sushi. That's really about as far as I go with the fish roe. But you know what's funny is I will eat the roe out of crab and lobster. I had a lobster not too long ago where, you know, most people are accustomed to eating the claws and the tail. Well, I tore the head apart. I just ripped it apart, got inside the head, took a lot of the roe, the fat out of it, mixed it up with my rice. It was fatty, it was decadent, and it was fucking delicious. Oh my God, it was great. It was great, but you know, it is what it is. Soylent, in the right situation, I'd eat some Soylent Green. I ain't gonna lie. Cell preservation for me is very, very, very high. Very high. Deep fry a little dial with a side of sauteed Irish Spring. No. Fish liver. Can't say that I've had fish liver. I have to try that. Northern pie cut in 2-inch thick medallions, breaded and fried. That sounds good. I would fucking tear that shit up. Saltier than moose liver. Well, yeah, I would imagine it would be. Gar is good too. I haven't had that. I don't know what that is. The bones are so big you can pick them out without effort. That's always important. I had a friend of mine, she ate fish once. A little bit of bone she missed when she was picking it out. She ate it, swallowed it, had bone kind of lodged in her throat. It took forever for her body to kind of, you know, get that out. Let's see. Yeah, lobster liver. Oh yeah, the inside of the lobster is just fucking great. Haggis. I haven't had haggis. Haggis is actually on my list. I don't give a fuck. I want haggis. I want some of the other scary meats that people have talked about. Not that kind of meat, you motherfuckers. I know. Stop. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's gross. See, my uncle used to live about a mile from North Fork River in Arkansas, and we used to go fishing there every time we went there. And I used to catch walleye, and my uncle grilled it. That sounds fun. So that's the stuff I'm talking about right there, as far as life experiences and memories that are the things that we should all be trying to fill our lives up with, because that's the shit that's super duper important. Pig, berry, and look, NGS boiled with onions and spices. Pig. Look, NGS boiled peanuts. I don't know. I think the closest I had to boiled peanuts would be Kung Pao. That's probably the only thing. I've never actually had boiled peanuts. Oh wow! You know what's funny is black pudding, blood sausage. That's very similar to a Filipino dish called dinuguan. And the Filipinos love to tell the children it's chocolate. Eat it. I'm like, why do you lie to your kids and tell the motherfuckers that it's chocolate? They know damn well that shit ain't chocolate, right? Let's see here. Pig liver and lungs even. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't had that. There's quite a bit of the animals I have not had yet that I'm down for. Recently, we were at a taqueria that had street tacos, but they had stuff like brain, cheek, a tripe, some other stuff. I tried it all, and I loved it all. The tripe actually turned out to be the star of that particular establishment. I was like, holy shit, serve me up some more of that fucking tripe. It was fucking great. Yeah, it didn't go on rice. Exactly. Let's see, long-nosed gar or alligator gar. You know what? I don't know what gar is, but if you put it on a plate, I will fuck it up and eat it. Let's see, it was Fish Grandpa, but neither of us ate it much then. He ate way too much in the war. Best food is what you grow or hunt or forage. I agree with that. I really do. I have a little garden that I've been working on for a while now, and unfortunately, the only things that I've been successfully growing really, really well have been the basil and the green onions. Both of those have been just amazing. My tomatoes, I don't know why, they were growing really big and round, but they were getting like stretch marks, and they were kind of splitting a little bit. And so I was like, fuck, okay. And my peppers, they were getting shriveled like ball sacks, and it was gross. Like, they started off really good and firm, and they got really kind of decent size. They started changing from green to red, and then they got shriveled ball sacks. And I'm like, fuck, I know I'm fucking up something on the tomato side and something on the pepper side. And I'm like, son of a bitch. You know, but my basil, blam, and my fucking green onions, monster. And we use a lot of green peppers in the stuff that we cook. So it's great. It's great. What is the Philippine dish called with the baby chicken in the shell? Yeah, that's the balut. Yep, balut. And it's a baby duck, I believe. I don't think it's a chicken. Oh, it's too much water on tomatoes. That makes sense. Yeah, that fucking makes sense. You know? Yeah, it's a baby duck, right? Or is it a baby chicken? I don't remember. I think I've eaten both. It might be a baby chicken. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. You guys might know more. Rocky Mountain oysters? Fuck yeah, I'll eat those. I don't give a shit they're bow balls. Those are fucking delicious. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Yeah, be careful out there, man. Walking around your house. But yeah, it's like those are things that, you know, food. My God, my wife, she loves watching these food reviews where you got folks traveling around the world and traveling different places and they eat it. And I'm just, you know, she's like, we should do that. And I'm like, I would love nothing more, honey, than to travel and eat fucking food and do reviews and videos on it, okay? I would love that, okay? And I think I would do a good job with it because I'm very, very fair. There's not much I won't eat, and I will describe the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Gardening is something I know, Rob. I was in the nursery business and farmer. Awesome. I might fucking pick your head. It's easier than trying to Google some shit. I had a friend, she said what works really well is to put a little Epsom salt, not a lot, but a little Epsom salt in the watering can as I'm watering my plants. So let me know if you think that is a good idea. What's up, Enigma, in the motherfucking house right when I'm about to jump off this bitch. I'll be in this motherfucker for like another 8 minutes. Yeah, duck in the Philippines, chicken more often in Canada, both in the U.S. Yeah, I think I've had both, but I think the majority of times that I've had balut, it was duck. Because the eggs are big, and I don't think those are chicken eggs. But yeah, the balut, my son loves balut. You know, it's funny, I had friends in Pacifica, they used to sing a song. What was it? Everybody give a hoot. No. Wait, was it? See, don't pollute. Everybody eat balut. So it was pretty funny. What do you think grows, Ronald? You're fucking Filipino, bro. Don't be like that. Fucking balut is awesome. It's awesome. It's like mother's milk from the fucking Philippines. Cause you're too bougie. You just said, fuck that. I'm not going back to that shit. I'm gonna eat. Let me guess. Filet mignon with a little lobster, maybe lobster bisque, scallion potatoes, asparagus. You know, does that sound a little bit more your thing? Filet mignon, you know, maybe medium rare cut. With a little bit of grilled onions, some bacon, you know, and a fine Chianti. Yeah, Zach too. Zach too could eat the fuck out of balut. That kid, boy, he don't give a fuck. He's like, balut. He drank the juice and everything. Like I can't do the juice. I can eat that. I can't. Jamaica, everybody eats chicken at least once a day. Fuck, I eat chicken. I can eat chicken every single day. You know what I'm saying? I could. Let's see. Use steamed bone meal and blood meal on your plants. Interesting. Better than bad pork hock. I love that shit too. Let's see how I can totally see him do that. Yeah, Zach's hard. Zach don't give a shit. That kid, he's down. You know what I'm saying? Turkey balut. What? No, fuck that. Let's go hard. Ostrich balut. That's the test right there. Get a fucking ostrich balut. You feel me? I don't know. Ostrich balut. We might be onto something here. That could be a whole fucking thing in itself. Feed a whole fucking village with that shit. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Oh, my dog is going crazy. She's like, dude, hurry the fuck up and get off your fucking stream. You've been on for fucking almost 2 hours. Hey, dog, I'll be there in a fucking minute. Chilling. But yeah, chicken, man, there's not a chicken dish that I don't love. Like, you give me a fucking Asian chicken dishes, you give me fucking Jamaican chicken dishes, you give me Caribbean, you give me fucking Filipino, give me Italian chicken dishes, Latino, Spanish chicken. I mean, fucking chicken. Ah, my fucking hell. You know what I haven't had though? Since we're talking exotic. Kangaroo. Now I've heard tell here in Utah, There's a burger joint over by the airport that has exotic meats, right? There's like supposedly an ostrich burger, bison. I've had that. That's off the list. Ostrich. Somebody was telling me there's also kangaroo burgers, but I don't think they got that. They have elk. They have venison. They have, like, you know, your obligatory stuff. But the one that I was really looking forward to is the ostrich burger. I want to try that. Horse meat cold cuts like US pastrami. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm not opposed to it. I'll eat dog. I'll eat cat. I'll eat horse. I don't give a shit. I'm not picky. If it's good, it's good. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Some people though, they get kind of picky about that shit. Oh, you had whale. How was fucking whale, dude? That sounds like that would be pretty fatty, yeah? Because whale's got like a lot of blubber to it, but I guess a lot of the flavor they say is in the fat. So that sounds interesting. Whale in Japan. I've had ostriches tough. Yeah, but I think some of it also is how things are prepared. I think if you have like a really tough meat and maybe you grind it up and you add some other meat to it to add some to the texture, kind of like sometimes when I make hamburger, I will get beef, but I'll get pork, I'll get some other stuff, and I'll blend them together to make the patty, and it will give you a better blend. You know what I'm saying? Whale sushi. Oh, whales! Wow. That's some ballsy shit. Even in Japan, they got the fucking, ebi that fucking still flopping in your fucking mouth and shit. I'm like, and let's not forget, also on the bucket list, the puffer fish. That's on the list. I'm like, okay, but I'm saving that for like when I'm ready to die, because in case I get a shitty chef. Narwhal. I was up north, boar, emu, musk ox, CO2. I would eat that. I'd eat that. I'd eat everything that you just said there. Boar, definitely. Boar, that's a no-brainer. Emu, fuck yeah, giant, mean chicken. I'd eat that fucker, because they're assholes. Musk ox, I've had oxtail soup, so sure, why not? Seal, never had seal. That sounds a little interesting. Let's see. Males are really gamey. Yeah. Ostrich burger. Kind of tasted like McDonald's sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. McDonald's sausage patty sounds delicious. Oh, so you guys are fucking me up here. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting fucking hungry. God damn it. So yeah, so anyway, to tie up the whole show and everything, pull it all back together. Everybody... How about bat? I'd eat bat. I don't give a fuck. I'd eat bat, but I want them to cook it. I don't really care. I'm kind of like, whatever, Corona shit. Like, I'm not fazed by it. You know what I mean? I'm really not. I'm like so done with it. I don't even. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. Like, it's such a. It's such a nothing burger for me. Really. You gotta come up here and we'll head up to I might take you up on that. I might. I might just have to take you up on that shit, because we're always trying to figure out family vacations and whatnot. And we went through Canada to get to Alaska. We were in Vancouver. And it was nice, but I know that's not reflective of all of Canada. So I definitely would like to get up there and try some fun shit. Oh, so you ate it. Bat tasted like red meat chicken. Sounds good to me. No bats, no rats, no rat bats. I will fucking eat rat too. I will eat the fuck out of rats. I do not care. I am absolutely in love with Irish Spring bar soap. Dude, that's awesome. That's the shit. Like, I like Irish Spring. I do. I am a little curious why you've never experienced Irish Spring in the past, but that could be a whole nother episode. Squirrels, same deal. I'd eat the fuck out of squirrels. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I will eat the fuck out of squirrels too. Like, I'm not picky. I don't care if it crawl like scorpions. I'll eat scorpions. I'll eat tarantulas. I'll eat bugs. I don't give a shit. If it can be cooked and made into a meal, I'll eat it. I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alaska, and then turn right. See, I gotta bring my buddy up to Alaska. We gotta go to Alaska, hang out, you know, see some shit, and then turn right, and then go eat some seal and some other shit. Because that sounds great. That sounds fun to me anyway. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut it. As much as I'd love to just sit and fucking chit-chat all motherfucking night, I actually still have some other stuff that I have to do. Turtle's good. I've actually had turtle. I didn't really mind turtle. Turtle was good. Guy with a channel called the Wooded Beardsman. He eats everything, even a skunk. Ooh, a skunk. Yeah, I'd eat that. Skunk doesn't sound bad either. As long as you can't spray my ass, I'm good. Because skunk spray is, ooh, that's horrible. So we're going to end it. We're going to cut it down. Life's about experiences. We've talked a whole lot of fun, yummy shit that I definitely think would be fun. I think I might even start trying to get hands on some exotic meats and stuff like that. Some exotic stuff. Do some reviews. Have some fun stuff and things like that. And, you know, see if we can have some more fun. Because I think that's... I want to bring more fun to the channel and some other stuff like that. So we will endeavor to do that. But anyway, if you like it, please subscribe. Tell your friends far and wide. Until next time, motherfuckers, please be good to yourself, good to each other. Go out, live life to the fullest, ride the bus till the wheels fall off. Have some adventures, get some scars, find some love and all that jazz. And I will see you motherfuckers next time. Should I wash the rats with Irish Spring bar soap before I eat it? Yes, but make sure you wash all the Irish Spring off before you cook it. Alright, guys. Later.